Chapter 565. When Elaine's name echoed across the room, Alex was so shocked that his jaw dropped. He never expected that Elaine and Trump were college mates. He didn't even expect that she had the reputation of the college's #1 vixen. Honestly speaking, Elaine didn't seem like someone who had gone to a university before. Honestly, she didn't even seem like a person who had finished junior high. Given her inferior temperament and character, it was incredible for her to be admitted into the university. Alex was not the only one surprised at this moment. All of Trump's classmates were equally dumbfounded and shocked. No one thought that Trump would end up with Elaine. Although Elaine was not in the same class as them, her reputation preceded her back in the days. She was the symbol of arrogance and stubbornness back then, very vicious too. Stealing other people's things was normal for her. When she was caught, instead of admitting her mistakes, she would fight with the person who had caught her. There was a particular occasion that had made her famous. One day, her thermos broke, but she didn't want to spend money on a new one, so she stole one from the cafeteria. The owner of the thermos had been a huge and brawny boy. He went to Elaine to reclaim his thermos, but she had pointed at his nose and scolded him for half an hour. Annoyed, the boy had slapped her. Elaine then carried a bottle of hot water and threatened to splash it on him. The boy ran for more than 10 minutes, but he was splashed by the hot water that burned his hand. Elaine even threatened the boy that if he still dared to approach her, she would splash him with sulfuric acid instead of hot water. Sure enough, the boy had been terrified and didn't dare to report her wrongdoings. Instead, he begged her to let him go. Because of this incident, Elaine had become very famous at school, infamous in fact. Ever since then, no one dared to mingle with her. She would even dare to shout and beat up boys, and a lot of them had been scolded by her. So, when they heard that Trump and Elaine were married, everyone was stunned. Someone looked at Trump sympathetically and asked, "Trump, I remember that Elaine was indeed fond of you, but you were doing so well back then. Why did you marry her?" Trump was agitated as he was reminded of the horrid past, and he growled, "Why do you want to know? You guys are so annoying." Paul, on the other hand, was thrilled to see Trump's irritation. He explained with a happy grin on his face, "You guys didn't know much about it, but I do. Do you still remember the senior year party after graduation?" "Yes, yes. I remember that many of us were drunk." "Yes, it was at that party that Elaine made Trump drink so much then he went unconscious. Some guys offered to send him home, but Elaine stopped us, saying that she would handle him. Do you know what she did? She carried Trump to the motel." "The motel? Oh my God, seriously?" "You guys left early, but I was very curious, so I followed them and took a peek. Guess what happened?" "Damn it, Paul, hurry up already." Someone huffed. Paul laughed and finished his story. Elaine did the deed with him that night, and he hit the jackpot. Not long after, they realized that Elaine was pregnant. Natalia left the country immediately after graduation, so Trump had no choice but to marry Elaine. Ha ha.